So Mr. Beast dropped one of his biggest videos of all time, helping to cure blindness in over 1,000 people. And naturally, the internet doing what it does, it got upset. That's right, no, I am not kidding. I think it's official, people. I have now lost faith in humanity after watching Mr. Beast's 8-minute video and just his epic project of basically going in and helping people with cataracts who cannot afford just a simple 10-minute surgery that cures 9 out of 10 patients who have cataracts. He went and paid for it for these underprivileged people all around the world so that they could finally be given the gift of sight. And like we've talked about before on the channel, whenever you are a big personality, influencer, celebrity of any means, the second that you do something, you could say that the sky is blue. You could say that we revolve around the sun. Somebody is going to have an issue with it, and somebody is going to point out what is wrong with what you're doing. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to social media. Hello, trolls. How are you? Time to feed you today. So I sat down and I watched this 8-minute Mr. Beast video, and it was just awful. I mean, the nerve of him to actually help people. I shed some tears. I went through some tissue boxes. You know, I felt empty inside, in my soul, and Mr. Beast fulfilled that. And how dare he make me feel connected to other humans on this earth? How dare he make me cheer for people who could not see before? How dare he make me upset and start to question why our medical system and our healthcare system is set up in such a way where such people who could have their lives changed for forever do not have access to such a simple surgery in the first place. I think the Twitter user Lolo really summarized this in the best way. There is something so demonic about this, and I can't even articulate what it is. Yes, that was a real tweet by a human being with fingers. And you know what? Over 87,000 people like that. In fact, this is what started an entire conversation and back and forth. And like anytime we have an issue, there's going to be one side and the other going at it. But old Lolo decided to double down. Some people think I'm mad at him. Don't care about him at all. In fact, I think he's a fascinating and bizarre person. I don't know what to tell you. If a single rich guy paid for life-changing surgery for us, and it's easy to do this, it doesn't set off any kind of alarm in your head. Yes, because it's really bad to be single, and also it's really bad to be successful and rich. Totally relate to that. I just love how we live in an era nowadays where I can pick a word. Any word that just sounds bad. Supercalifragilistic. And I can just throw that at somebody's face. You know, and say it so menacingly. And I don't have to back it up. I don't have to actually like have a foundation for my argument. You know, we just live in a social media world where you can just give someone a label and just throw it at them. You know, that's racist. That's bias. I don't even know what I did there. But I think that's the issue. We really do live in an era of unaccountability when you can say kind of whatever you want to online. And it's not exactly the same things you would probably say to someone's face because you don't have to face the same repercussions from your words. But words do carry weight. That's why we have this channel. That's why we do breakdowns. That's why we talk about things like this when situations like this happen. And I really do find it interesting that such a positive thing that should expose the situation, shed more light on it, bring more attention to it, is somehow being flipped and spiraled into a negative. Another user said, easy to pump your numbers when you cry on Twitter about not getting enough praise for doing good things, huh? Probably one of the more logical arguments on the other side of the fence is, I think it's the fact that it's being made for content. Like seeing blind people and thinking, I can make a video out of curing them instead of just, I can help them. He's doing a great commendable thing. But it has this air of using people at the same time. I mean, look, it's not like these people were randomly selected and then dragged, kicking and screaming against their will into life-changing surgery. No, they were explained the situation beforehand. Just like in any Mr. Beast video, they have to sign a waiver. They have to allow him to use their face, to not blurry it out, to want to be a part of this video and a part of this project. So they agreed to it. Now look, let's just take a step back from the situation and look at it from a wide view. Mr. Beast has built his brand on helping people. And he's gotten so good at it, he's one of the biggest YouTubers ever. And if you're good at something, why do it for free? That's just good business. That's just capitalism. Mr. Beast has come up with a brand and a business that is incredibly successful. And guess what? As that business continues to grow, he can hire more employees, creating more jobs. And the bigger his company grows, the more that he can spend on these giveaways and give back to others. It's no secret that the size of the giveaways has only continued to increase over the years. I mean, he spent millions on this video alone. Being able to pay for surgery for over 1,000 individuals to get their cataracts fixed, that's absolutely incredible. I mean, what do you people expect? Do you want him to fail? Do you want him to not do well and then he doesn't have the same revenue and the same amount of money to spend on giving back to others? I mean, there's plenty of businesses who give you a product or a service out there that does not benefit you and me. It only benefits the pockets of the business owners. Hi, Big Tobacco. I'm looking at you. And the other thing that doing a video on a subject like this does is it helps to create more exposure for the situation. It gets a conversation going. As one user aptly put, a lot of people on Twitter are dragging Mr. Beast for this. Yes, we should all be asking why thousands of people need a wealthy benefactor to pay for an 8-minute surgery. But that's not his problem. He's doing good here and teaching people about eye care. Direct your rage elsewhere. And I just love on social media, I swear there's people out there who see a headline, who see a news story, and they don't even go to the original video. They don't even do any research on where that story comes from. They just comment solely on the headline that they see. And then other people pile in, and all of a sudden you have this huge herd mentality revolving around this negative hate towards a situation. Any human being with basic empathy watching Mr. Beast's video, there's no way you can turn around and go, shame on you, Mr. Beast. You're such a devil.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
It feels good. I didn't think I was ever be able to see again.
Thank you all so much.
Take your time, no pressure.
Everything looks so more clear.
Yeah. To make this day even more special, since you're about to graduate high school and go to college, we wanted to give you $50,000 to put towards college.
Lastly, a user said, so we're at a point where we're giving life-changing surgeries for clout and not to help people. If Mr. Beast was actually a philanthropist, he'd do this without the need for clout and in a way that would actually make a dent in his fortune. And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Humanity is stupid. I'm gonna give you just 3 examples. 3 simple statements that I'm going to make. 1, the earth revolves around the sun. 2, slavery is bad. And 3, as a child, I read Harry Potter and I loved witches and wizards. Well, at one point, if you were a scientist and you thought that the earth revolved around the sun and you could prove it through the stars, you'd probably get burned at the stake for it. People were literally persecuted for thinking in that way. At that time, a large portion of society and groupthink thought that the earth was the center of the universe. And in regards to slavery, we all know how horrific that is. And yet, at one point in time, people thought that it was a good idea to literally own, buy, and sell other people. I mean, hell, we even fought an entire civil war and lost thousands of lives over it. Yeah, people are pretty fucking stupid. And lastly, there was a time where if you believe someone was a witch who could cast spells, well, that person would be burned as well. Yeah, we've made a lot of winning decisions throughout our history. I think that's why, honestly, even our founding fathers decided, you know what? We're not going to give us the keys to a full, true blue democracy. No, we got to have a lot of checks and balances in place to guard against mob rule and mob mentality. That's why we are a constitutional republic. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my rant for the day. Expelliarmus to the haters, and Mr. Beast is a monster.
You're a monster.